Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I am going to finally be setting up my monthly budget for the month of May. I'm always super excited to set up a new month because I always talk about this, but even if you did, let's say, not your best as you could have done in the previous month, you can always redeem yourself by setting up a whole new budget, arranging numbers by what you've seen in the past. And I do want to mention that just because I am changing a couple of my amounts on a couple of my categories for various reasons. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now I'm going to be using, as always, as you guys know, my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. And I absolutely love this planner for all of my budgeting needs. So this is my budget planner. This is strictly for budget. The months come with 5 pages. You get one at the very beginning of the month. After you do have the month at a glance, 2 pages here and then 2 more pages here. So I do like to do it right here. So right after the monthly view on the right. I think just because I write with my right hand and it's better instead of having the coil on that side. For today, you guys know that I do have an Etsy sticker shop that sells a bunch of budgeting and financial trackers. So I am going to be using some of those stickers today. I sort of already printed the stickers that I'm going to need for the month basically. So let me go ahead and get started. I think for this I'm going to take my washi and my budget kit. Now I do offer 3 different prints for the month of May, but I went ahead and went with this gingham print just because I absolutely love gingham and I really like this strawberries thin washi strip that comes in the washi kit. So I definitely wanted to use this. If you guys know me, you guys know I absolutely love red. So I'm debating whether I'm going to be using this print throughout all of my pages or switch it up a little bit just because they are similar in color, so I might be able to get away with that. We will see. So if you guys are interested in checking out these stickers, I will leave a link to my shop down below for you guys to check out. The budget kit that I'm going to be using today is the one that breaks down the variable expenses from your fixed expenses, but I also do have another one that is just all of your bills all together for the people that don't separate their bills. But since I do have quite a bit of bills and I do like to separate them, that's what I'm going to be using. If you guys are wondering which size of the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner this is actually the 7x9, but I believe they do offer this in the 8.5 by 11, and they have also petite planners, which I also make stickers for. Okay, enough shameless plugging. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So like I was mentioning in the beginning of the video, I have changed, I think, do I want to white out the flag? I think I might white out the flag just because it looks a lot more orange than the cover page. So I don't usually white out the flags, but since I have my white out here, I thought, hey, why not? So I'm just going to white it out. And if this is too high maintenance for you guys, you obviously don't have to do it, but I'm just going to try something new today. Now, what was I talking about? So I did change the numbers, the amounts for some of my categories, and you guys will see why. So let me see, let me take my May budget script sticker. I really like how these kits came out. And I really love all the patterns that I came out for this month. So I think, well, it's a little crooked, but that's okay. Like I mentioned, I might include a couple of those in the other pages. Now, for my pen today, I'm going to be using something new. I usually use the Staedtler Tri Plus Fineliner, but I wanted to go ahead and try this one out, which I think I also use on my monthly plan with me. And it is just the Muji pen. This is the 0.38, which is a really fine tip, and I really love that about this. So I'm going to start with my income header up here. Okay. And for my incomes, you guys know that I work my hourly job. And if you guys would have seen my Q&A that I did like last month, you guys would know what job that is. I believe I explained it there. Also, I'm planning on doing a Q&A pretty soon for my Etsy sticker shop. So if you have any questions, go ahead and comment those down below. I think I might get that up next week. And then my other source of income is my variable income, which I will be setting up my variable income spread when I do my cash envelope stuffing video. So I'm going to put my total income header, and I do like to break them up by expected or estimated, actual, and then the variance between the two of those. And I'm gonna take a thin washi strip. Oh, I've been waiting to use this strawberry washi. I'm so excited. It's so beautiful. Okay, and then we'll take my first side expenses, which is my variable expenses, which are my variable expenses. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and start with my cash envelope categories. The first one I have is groceries. And for groceries this month, I am actually going to budget double what I usually budget. And the reason being is because my family is coming from Peru, and me and my mom have sort of talked about this, that I am going to contribute a little bit more towards the groceries just so my grandparents don't have to pay for anything. I absolutely don't want them to pay for anything, and I feel like in the past they have paid for stuff, so I want to sort of take that burden off of them and contribute a little bit more this month towards that. So I'm gonna go ahead and budget $200. I usually budget $100, and $200 isn't that much, but I think it should be at least a bit more help than usual. So I'm budgeting $200 for that. Then I have my eating out cash envelope. I'm trying to figure out if I should zoom you guys in just a tiny bit more. For eating out, I'm also upping that amount. I believe I have budgeted $80 last month, but for this month I'm budgeting $100, which I feel like it's still a low amount just because I'm pretty sure we will be going out to eat, but I want to go ahead and stay under that for the month. Then I have my gas for my car. And if you guys have not been watching my videos and you guys don't know this, but the gas in California, in Southern California, has skyrocketed, and I have definitely been over. So looking through the month and the sort of the days that I think I expect to pump gas and fill up my tank, I've came up with a new amount, and the amount is kind of ridiculous compared to like what I've budgeted for in the past, but this is just reality and what I'm going to budget for, and that amount is $180. Now, if I'm pretty sure I won't be over budget, but if I'm under budget, that's totally fine, and maybe I can switch up the number for next month. And that's the beauty with budgets. This is a trial and error thing. So I'm working with this number for now, and I will see by the end of the month if it's a good number to stay in, or if I should lower the amount, up the amount, and just things like that. So that's the beauty of having everything recorded in a budget planner. Then my next cash envelope is my allowance. And for allowance, I am keeping it at $80. And my last cash envelope is my beauty cash envelope, which I am giving myself $100 for this. And beauty, what that is basically my nails and the hair dye developer shampoo that I have to buy because I do dye my hair red. So that's what that is. And then next, like I mentioned, I believe I started this 2 months ago in contributing my household by paying the electricity bill. So I'm going to be paying that again. So put electricity. And I have budgeted more than enough the past 2 months, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and budget $100, which should be enough to cover that for this month. Then I have my phone bill, which has been a variable expense in the past couple of months because of different changes, prorated charges, and taxes that have been deducted then added, and just things like that. So that's why it's in the variable expenses section. For that, I'm budgeting $115, which was enough for last month, and that's sort of like a little sneak peek to my April budget results. Now, a category that I added last month that I haven't finished buying things for is my graduation category. So I'm going to go ahead and add it this month as well. If you guys don't know, I am graduating with my BA. So my ceremony is this month, as well as my graduation party and things like that. So I had budgeted a lot of money last month, and I didn't end up using it all, so I'm going to go ahead and for this month budget $100 towards that, just because I still need an outfit for my actual graduation ceremony and things like that. So, and then last but not least, I have my unbudgeted category, which I don't budget anything, but I do like to have it just in case I have any unbudgeted items, which do tend to happen just because life isn't perfect and nobody can take into account all of the expenses that they're going to have to pay for the month. There's always things that I overlook per se. So that's the reason why I have the unbudgeted category. So at the end of the month, we will see what the actuals are and sort of the variances in my variable expenses. Now, I went ahead and just skipped the line because I usually seem to forget something, one thing or another. So that's the reason why I did that. And then I have my fixed expenses. For my fixed expenses, I like to just put it at the end. That. For my fixed expenses, these are basically expenses that have fixed amounts, like the credit card payments that I'm paying, just because on most of these I am paying the minimum payment. Now, I am on a debt payoff plan, which if you guys would have seen the video that went up a couple of days ago, then you guys know just all that. So most of these are minimum payments, but some of them I do have a goal of paying off this month. So let's see, the first one that I have is my PayPal credit, and for this the minimum payment is $87. Then I have my Walmart card, and for that one I am paying $37. Next, I have my Bank of America, which I actually have two of these credit cards. Well, two for Bank of America. This one I am paying $40. Then I have my Amazon card, and for this one I am paying $29. Next, I am going to put the last two bills that I'm not going to put a certain amount for, just because these are the ones that I do have a goal of paying off this month, and those are Forever 21 and Bank of America Travel. Now, whenever I do have to pay them, which I believe these are due at the beginning of the month, I am going to pay the minimums, and as the month goes by and I see that I have enough money to, let's say, pay them off, then I will go ahead and do so towards the end of the month. And you guys will sort of see in my May debt balances video how that went and if I was able to pay that off, which so far all of the goals that I have set for myself to pay off debt have been met. So I'm really happy and excited to see if I can go ahead and pay these cards off. So I'm not putting any amount on those. And then the last ones that I have are my Tithe. Now for Tithe, I am upping the amount a little bit more from last month, and I'm going to be giving $100 for the month. And this is a fixed expense because this is a number that I absolutely want to give. No questions asked. And then I have my cheapest bill, which is Spotify. And Spotify is $4.99 because I am still under the student discount. Now, me and my sister were talking about maybe converting both of our accounts into a family account. I believe that one is $15 and you can have up to 6 people in the same account. So that might be a lot more convenient, but since I sort of already paid for it for April, I want to go ahead and wait until the end of the month. So maybe for June it will be a smaller amount, which is already really a small amount, but we can go ahead and save a little bit more, I guess, on that, just because I already graduated and this will go up to $9.99 eventually. I'm not 100% sure when, but I know that's going to happen. So that's that. And then last but not least, for my fixed expenses, I have my sinking funds. Now, if you guys would like to see my sort of sinking funds spread, and I believe I added one more, I believe I added a new category. Go ahead and stay tuned. I will have the sinking funds video up right after this one. and I am putting $580. So if you guys would like to see where I'm putting that money or in what categories, then go ahead and stay tuned for that. I think I will be stuffing my sinking funds system as well. Okay, so that is for this. Now, I don't usually do the lines, but you guys could, so I think I can go ahead and show you guys. I feel like I always forget just because I don't love doing the lines. I really like how that looks like, but sometimes the lines give you a little bit more structure, so I'll go ahead and do it for you guys. And I like to just eyeball it to the, like, in the middle as possible, but obviously it doesn't really matter. You do you, boo. That's that. And then okay. So next after this, I do like to sort of do a total section. So you do get 2 headers for the totals, as well as one of these pattern square boxes, which I do match whatever washi kit that you are getting. Oh, at first, let me put that beautiful strawberry washi to break it up. Obviously, you guys don't have to use washi if you guys don't want. A lot of people just purchase, let's say, the budget kits by itself because they don't really like the look of the washi. Other people don't even use stickers at all. So it's all personal preference. I always say this. Whatever works for you, whatever you like. I'm not going to be the one to tell you that you can't do something. Just do you, boo. Just be happy with whatever you do. That's really all I can tell you. And doing it like this really makes me happy to do it and to look at. So I think this is the main reason why I've stuck to my budget so much. So yes. So then for my totals, I have my, I'm going to put my income, variable, and I will know this is for expenses, and fixed. And then I'll go ahead and put the last little thing here, and I can go ahead and make some lines here as well. And then I'll go ahead and take the pattern square box, which this is perfect space to put it at. And what I like to put in here and what I've done in the past is either write down whatever. So once I, let's say, subtract all of my expenses from my income, I will go ahead and bring what I've saved for the month in here, or what my debt snowball, or what I'm putting towards my debt for the month. So that's sort of the reason why I like to include that pattern box. You don't have to use it for that. You can use it for whatever you like. That's just what I've done in the past and what I like to do. So now I'm quickly going to go ahead and add all of my expenses. I kind of already did this off camera to save us some time. So my budgeted amounts for my variable expenses are $975. Now I'm not going to go ahead and add my fixed amounts just because obviously I still have those 2 pending, whether I'll be able to pay them off or not. So I'm going to leave that blank. That's pretty much all that I have. Huh. Alright, that's it. So I really love how this looks. I think this is like one of my favorite kits that I've came out with. Every time I come out with a new kit, I love that kit so much. So I'm like stuck on June just because I just released June kits, but I absolutely love the gingham and the strawberries. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned for my sinking funds as well as cash envelope stuffing video that will be coming up right after this video. I also do have another exciting video that I am working on, so I hope you guys stay tuned. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot. Comment down below any of your thoughts, any questions, or anything that you guys would like to tell me for your budget for this month. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already and would like to see more content from me. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.